Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Primetime Newscast in the English language on Canal International. Begin with our top stories. 24 hours after the massacre in Egbekwo village in Amanfi, there has been an outpour of condemnations on social media platforms, with Cameroonians expressing their frustrations after the killings of innocent civilians in Manfi, southwest region of Cameroon. In this edition, we'll tell you journalists will tell us the situation on the ground. And a few days after traders were chased away for occupying sidewalks around the Douala Central Market, the same traders are progressively erecting some makeshift structures on the same site. They claim the responsibility to relocate them is the responsibility of the City Council. And the head coach of the Indomitable Lions, Rugobe Song Bahanak, has published a list of 24 players to begin the 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign against Mauritius and Libya on November 17 and 21. Aside the regular names, Song has brought in new faces to boost the different compartments of the squads. Those are major stories. Titles right ahead. Good evening once more. Welcome to this edition of the Primetime Newscast in the English language on Canal International. 24 hours after the massacre in Egbekwo village in Manfi, southwest region of Cameroon, political affairs editor Kejang Henry Atembe spoke to Ojong Joseph, a journalist with the Manu Community Radio, on how the people got up this morning.
Ojong Joseph, good day.
Good day, Kejang.
24 hours after the carnage in Egbekwo, what is the situation today? How did you people get up this morning?
Well, full of sorrow, people got up and we're still thinking about the aftermath of yesterday. And some people are still counting their loss.
We are getting news that the military and the gendarmes have encircled the village of Egbekwo. How true is this?
Well, sources from Egbekwo confirmed this morning that there were military trucks parked there and were actually carrying out a mass arrest, commonly known as Kale.
Who were those arrested from your gatherings?
Well, I think residents of Egbekwo, those who have the courage to sleep in the porter, and some passersby who were entering the porter in the morning, were all arrested, and probably for more investigations to find out actually what happened here.
We got wind that there was supposed to be a security meeting today. Can you edify us on that?
Yes, this security meeting is actually a meeting that had been going on in Manu Division. It's not because of the carnage of yesterday. I think it's a meeting that has already been going on before the incident of yesterday. But as you know, the senior divisional officer of Manu was supposed to be in the meeting, but we are told he's chairing another meeting somewhere. So the DO just announced that the meeting will postpone to further notice.
Thanks very much, Ojong Joseph. We will be expecting more developments from you as they unfold.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And many Cameroonians have taken to their social media platforms to, express their frustrations after the killings of innocent civilians in Manfi, southwest region of Cameroon. The gunmen attacked the village of Egbekwo on neighborhoods in the town of Manfi, that's setting houses on fire and killing men, women, and children as they slept. Let's watch this story. 24 hours after the Manfi carnage, condemnations continue to pour out on social media platforms. On their Twitter accounts, political leaders, the clergy, And Cameroonians from all different spectrums vehemently condemned the bloodbath, describing it as barbaric. On his Twitter account, Akeremona laments why the wicked spirits keep haunting the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon, bringing nothing but misery upon the people. Human rights activist Agbombala on his Twitter account questions how we got to the point of losing our sense of humanity to become animalistic. On his part, Cabral B questions when the bloodbath will come to an end. The executive director of Reach Out Cameroon, Esther Omam, questions the identity of those behind the killings.
It's disheartening to know that when people make efforts to see how to reduce tensions and contain this conflict, others are very happy fueling it. Who benefits? Who does it profit? To kill a whole village, an entire village. People did not ask anything than to live their simple and normal life. We condemn this thing with the last energy.
According to the Bishop of Manfi, the massacre of human beings is an intrinsically evil act because it violates the fifth commandments of the Decalogue. Just like Manfi, Kumba, Gabu, Guzang and other areas where mass killings have taken place, it's been the same condemnations, and Cameroonians keep asking when the bloodbath will come to an end. Amongst those who have strongly condemned the carnage in Egbekwo, Manfi is a coordinator of the Federalist movement in the United States of America, Dr. Wilson Lobe Seme Jr., a political affairs editor, Kejan Henry Tembe, spoke to him. Let's get his reaction.
For how long will the learning curve last? The SDO for Manu said the situation is under control, that there should be no panic. Really, Mr. SDO? How can you not panic when your loved one has just been murdered in the most barbaric fashion? As inept as the SDO appears to be, my true anger, though, is directed at my president, our president, the person we elected. Mr. President, it's been more than 24 hours. 63 of your citizens have been murdered. You still haven't said anything, sir. Where are you? Please, Mr. President, say something. Do something. We need to know you still care. We need to know you are still our president.
One person totally heard, another and two others. The outcome of a chase of thieves yesterday night at the Tudi neighborhood in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. Laudable initiative that unfortunately ended deadly. Beatrice Ngamo completes her story.
Standing by the roadside to get a cab, two guys on board a motorcycle seized his bag. His neighbor here narrates he was carrying 4 million, the money of his boss. Their intentions were very good, chasing the criminals. A bike rider started the race and a taxi driver joined. But along the line, the cab driver hit the bike in front of him, sending the bike occupants in the air before the deadly land. On the spot, one person gave up the ghost. The other, in a very bad state, was rushed to the hospital.
Oui, le taximan a touché l'arrière de la moto. C'est ainsi alors que il les a perturbés de l'autre côté.
The cab driver also lost stability in the process, moving from one end to the other before ending caused by this tree. Like him, one other lady at the nearby bar in total shock. They were rushed to the hospital also. Officers of the SIF police station not far off arrived at the scene. Investigations has been opened.
And few days after traders were chased away for occupying sidewalks around the Douala Central Market, the same traders are progressively resuming or erecting the same makeshift structures on the same sites. They claim the responsibility is for the council to relocate them elsewhere. Let's watch this story. Few days after City Council Municipal Police clamped down on traders around the Douala Central Market, destroying makeshift shops on pavements and those set to be encroaching the roads, same traders are gradually returning, with some already exhibiting goods on the ground. But they told me they remain watchful for any eventuality. They told me they are conscious their presence on road pavements is illegal and contributes to urban disorder, but expressed the wish to be relocated elsewhere by the same city council or municipal councils who still collect taxes from them. We are conscious that we sell on road pavements, but again, we have nowhere else to go. We exhibit our goods now on the ground, but remain conscious it can't be carried away at any time. We were told to leave. We are conscious it's illegal selling here, but what do we do? Some of the traders decry the fact that shops in markets are expensive, with very few customers taking the pins to buy from inside. Shops inside the markets are expensive. Moreover, customers scarcely get inside, so it's disturbing. This trader on his part owns a shop which he sees is expensive and is still forced by the council to pay for the space in front of his shop to over 50,000 francs CFA before he could exhibit his goods outside. Beside the high taxes, he tells me he can hardly cope with his business. Many traders have questioned the ongoing constructions in markets, describing it as already reserved for the rich traders. Small-scale traders can afford. The destruction of shops by the roadside has eased circulation, with bike riders now parking vehicles on road pavements to wait for passengers. This roundabout that used to be congested is now free. And the cost of onion in local markets has surged, prompting consumers to rush for imported onion, with prices doubling from 50,000 to 120,000 francs CFA for a per bag. Households remain perplexed on when the price will drop to affordable level. Christy Aya-Are made a tour to some markets in Cameroon's economic hub. Her story.
The prices of onions in the market have experienced a significant increase. A bag of onions that previously cost 50,000 francs now stands at 120,000 francs CFA.
The increased price of onion is really expensive, but we are just managing it. When we come to the market, you see already I'm standing in front of the onion. I want to buy. Last week we came and bought for 15,000. Today they have added 3,000 francs. So you see how difficult it is now. So we just have to manage it, because you cannot cook without the onion. So you don't have to take it.
As a result of this price surge, many people are turning away from local onions and choosing imported ones. We sell imported onions. When the local onions, mostly coming from the north, is very expensive, a bag of onions now costs 115,000 francs to 120,000 francs. The rise in onion prices has led to a decline in their consumption. People are becoming reluctant to consume onions due to their increased cost.
Because things now are very expensive. Likewise, a woman will come to the market maybe with her 2,000 francs. When she wants to buy onion, then the onion will be, she will better leave it, so she will go without the onion. So just few customers that are consuming it.
The rapid increase in onions prices can be attributed to the off-season period. To mitigate the impact, onions merchants are holding the product, thereby causing artificial scarcity. You can stock 100 or 200 bags, and in the month of November, you can have 50 bags. That's why you see it's expensive. Despite the current increase in the price of onions, they remain valuable ingredients due to their nutritional and health benefit, including their ability to help regulate sugar levels, improve heart health, and many other benefits.
And this is the first time the people of Liens in the southwest region of Cameroon are commemorating President Paul Biya's accession to power hitch-free since the security situation in 2016. It was a moment for these followers in Alo to recognize the few development strides as they use the opportunity to beg for more. Kejan Henry Atembe reports.
Despite the uncertain security situation in the BLM, followers of President Biya of the Alo subdivision managed to come out to feast his 41 years in power. They reiterated their unflinching support for the ideology of the CPDM party. In a division wrapped in conflict, the people of BLM used the opportunity to call for a return to peace after almost 7 years of conflict.
I want to plead to those who are still the youth who left their friends to the bush, to abandon the bush and join us so that we can build Alo subdivision. I think that is the only message I have for the youth.
The people of BLM have recognized a few development strides despite the security situation and wish to consolidate such achievements. With the presidential plan for reconstruction and development ongoing, many are those who think it is time to turn the pages of the spoils of the socio-political crisis.
This is the handwork of God because He has been there to ensure the realization of the birth of rigor and moralization that has brought social, economic, cultural and political development in the division of BLM like in the rest of Cameroon.
BLM, it must be recalled, was one of the fiercest battlegrounds when the conflict in the northwest and southwest regions was at its apogee. And as peace is gradually returning, the ideals of President Biya is being trumpeted across the rolling mountains of BLM.
And we now talk sports. The head coach of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, Rigobert Song Bahana, has published a list of 24 players to begin the 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign against Mauritius and Libya on November 17. And 21 aside the regular name, Song has brought in new faces to boost the different compartments of the squads. The list was made public through a press conference this Tuesday in Yaoundé. Hyson Chow was part of that press conference. His story.
The newcomers to make their entry into the den as the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon kickstart their 2026 World Cup qualification process against Mauritius and Libya this November 17 and 21st respectively. At the defensive compartment, Chamado Junior, who plays for the English Championship side Stoke City, will be looking forward to making his debut at the right back, which has been witnessing leakages with the absence of Fai Collins Ngurang. Same with the 27-year-old left back Leon Bell, who plied his trade for FC Magdeburg in Germany. Another new name on Song's 24-man list is 23-year-old Faris Mabwanya, a centre-forward for the Norwegian Division 1 side, Bodo Klimt. And making their comeback into the squad after a long period of absence are Josh Kevin Kodo and Neo Evang. Making public the list of selected players for the double confrontation in a press conference at the Fekafo Technical Center in Oja, Yaoundé this November 7, head coach Rigobert Song Bahana says he is aware of the expectations of Cameroonians, and he admits that always fighting to qualify at the last minute could be a strategy, but a very dangerous one. As such, he underlines that all errors must be avoided at this early stage to be able to grab the qualification ticket on time. Vincent Abubakar, Andre Onana, Frank Zambo-Anguissa and teammates must therefore consolidate the claim by starting with a win against Mauritius at the Japuma Stadium in Douala.
And that report by Hassan Cha brings us to the end of this edition of the Primetime Newscast in the English language and Canal to International. Thanks so much for watching. But coming up next is a debrief for Lil Piejou. And as for me, I'll be back same time tomorrow. Good night.